this.
Welcome back to PR Nation. This is your host, Micah Shalansky, and I'm here with another mini pod, and I want to talk about clients' kids' accounts, right? Some tips from the trenches. Now, before I jump into this, I definitely got to say, one of the many awesome things about us doing a podcast, Jarvis and I, not only the fun that, quite frankly, we just have doing it together, but is the reach that we've been able to have. And I got to thank you, our listeners, for that. The feedback that we've gotten from the nation, the questions that we get, our ability to do these masterminds with more and more advisors is a ton of fun. And this is kind of a comment that's come out of some of our masterminds, is this obligation feeling that we have that we have to take almost anyone as potentially a client, or if we've dealt with that head trash, we don't feel it. What happens when a top client comes in and says, hey, I want you to work with my kid, and the kid's not an ideal client, right? Maybe they just are going into college. Maybe they just got out of college. They want to open up a $3,000 IRA account, and you feel like you have to do it. What do you do in those cases? Now, there's a lot of different mentalities, right? Some people says, you know what, Micah, I'm a multi-generational advisor, so I'm going to take all of this. And before you know it, you have 1,500 accounts, right? You don't know any of your clients, and your schedules run away from you. And I'm going to push back and say, if you're in that potential situation, are you really delivering massive value to your clients, all of your clients? Or are you delivering quasi value to some of your top clients and neglecting your bottom clients? Is that a disservice to them? Because guess what? They're all clients. It doesn't matter if you only make $3 on that account or $30,000 on the account, they're still clients. And they're going to tell other people that you're your clients. They're going to tell other people about your services that you offer. And again, is that the best place for you to be? So I'm going to push back a little bit and say, most of the time, we need to stay in our lane. What is your area of expertise? What is your niche that you want to focus on? And that's the area that you want to be. Sometimes we can do a little bit broader than our niche, but we really can't do 180 degrees. A quick little example of that, everyone knows Carter Kid Clothes, right? Carter's, they have great kid clothes that are out there. Why doesn't Carter's Clothes sell caskets? Wouldn't that be like multi-generational, right? I mean, everybody's going to die, so shouldn't they sell caskets as well? No, that doesn't make any bloody sense whatsoever, right? They're focused on kid clothes, and they do a really good job in that lane. What is your lane as well? Taking someone and specializing retirees and saying, I got to work with a 23-year-old as well, that may not be in your lane. So what is the best way to handle that? So a couple of things. One question, do I still meet with clients' children? Absolutely, right? I tell my clients, I will absolutely meet with your kids if they want me to sit down and visit with them for 30 minutes and go through things. Am I going to bring them on as a full financial planning client? Absolutely not. That is not what we're going to do, right? Why? Because I'm not going to be able to deliver that much value. And our clients know that. And I say, look, I'm happy to come in and meet with Timmy and Susie, and we'll sit down and we'll have a chat, about money, outline some great things for them. I may not be the best advisor to help them. Bob and Sue, as you know, I specialize in working with federal retirees and making sure that's taken care of. So I'm happy to talk with them. I'm hopefully going to give them some great advice and point them in the right direction. Is that going to be okay? And they say, Micah, that would be amazing. That would be great. They just need a place to start. Then when I'm meeting with Timmy or Susie and I'm sitting there talking with them, one of the things I'm going to chat with them is that same thing. I'm going to go through total open book. What are things they should be doing? And these are things we know as a financial planner, right? When they ask if they can work with us or open accounts with us, my answer is going to be no. And the reason is, the short answer is, my fee would be so much, it would be detrimental to you. So the best thing for you to do is go to A, B, and C. Maybe go to Schwab directly, maybe go to Vanguard, maybe max out your employer account, right? Or go to A, B, and C in a couple years, give me a call back and let's have a chat and see what that next step is going to be. Or maybe it's, there's a really good advisor over here and they specialize in working with young entrepreneurs, and maybe you should go work with them, right? But I want to stay in my lane. Now, this has done a couple of really good things that we're missing. Number one, it helps me stay focused on my client niche. Number two, I did a great thing for my client. I helped their kid out because I gave them phenomenal advice, right? I'm committed to that. And that's just like any of our listeners. You have good information, you have good advice that you can give. You're still going to be able to do that. So that's an awesome thing. The other aspect that it didn't create another bullet in the chamber of compliance roulette. And that's exactly what an account is, right? I hate saying it that way, but it's a really good point, is that every client you have, every account you have is a potential compliance issue. And if I onboard a $3,000 IRA account, I am not going to be doing the full financial planning for them because that's not my niche. Now I'm going to be doing them a disservice, and I don't want to have that. So, couple action items for you. What is that niche and what is that script you're going to say when a client says, would you work with my son? Would you work with XYZ? I have a friend. How are you going to handle that? We talked about how we do it. What's going to be your plan? Number two, go back and look at your book. How many of those client accounts do you have, and are you really helping them out? Maybe the best thing would be to simply delink them and saying, you know what? I really enjoyed working with you. I understand that my fees and level of service isn't what you need right now. So I think the best course of action would be go to do A, B, and C, move that over. Now, so often I'll get pushback. It says, Micah, that's so many accounts. It's so much this and that. You know what? You need to stay in your lane of delivering massive value. Where do you do that? And it is better to get rid of those clients that you're not really servicing. I had an advisor, tell me recently that I'm just ruthless about that. And says, look, it's not ruthless to want to truly help someone. And that's what I'm doing because I am not doing a full financial plan, and them saying that they're my client and finding out that I don't actually do financial planning, that doesn't help my future clients. That's going to be there, and I want what's best for them. So you got to get that line in the sand. Really, really important. So number one, what are you going to say? Number two, go back and look at your book. Who are you not fully servicing in this areas? And you know what? Maybe it's time to graduate them so they can go on to their greater good, so you can focus on delivering massive value to your clients, which is what this is all about. Well, awesome. That's it for this week. Your tips from the trenches. Stay tuned to next week. And until then, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife. The perfect RIA, the perfect RIA.